Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, so Hal ataka hadithu Musa, has there come to you hadith means story, Musa means Moses, Musa alayhi salam, prophet, okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking in the Quran that the story of Musa alayhi salam came to you, is nadahu rabbuhu, is when nadahu calls him rabbuhu, his Lord, Bilwad al-Muqaddas Tuwa, in the valley of Tuwa, secret valley of Tuwa. Muqaddas means holy, secret. Okay. إذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. He is ordering. First, he called. Musa alayhi salam was going from a valley. In a valley, he was going. Allah subhanahu wa taala stopped him. Allah subhanahu wa taala talked to him, and Allah subhanahu wa taala told Musa alayhi salam that you're like go to Paura, Firaun in English we call Paura. So go to Paura, and he is transgressed. Now he is not, listening the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically telling Musa alayhi salam that you go and teach him that you are crossing the boundaries. فَقُلْ هَلْ لَكَ إِلَىٰ تَزَكَّى, and say, do you want me that I can help you to purify yourself? That purify means you can leave your sins, and you can add the good deeds, and you can start doing the good deeds. You can start following the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Musa alayhi salam, go and ask Firaun, do you want me to purify you? Do you want me that I can help you to remove your sins, and then you can add your good deeds, and you can start following Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Do you want me to do that? So وَأَهْدِيَكَ إِلَى رَبِّكَ فَتَخْشَى, and then first ask him, and then tell him that I will guide you towards your Lord, and you should start fear him. Because once when we start feeling the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our heart, then only we are able to follow the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we do namaz, then we do Quran, then we do zikr, then we do other good deeds if we have fear of Allah in our heart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking Musa alayhi salam that tell them, do you want me to guide you towards your Lord so you can start feeling fear of Allah in your heart? فَأَرَاهُ الْآيَةَ الْكُبْرَى, and because he was not gonna believe, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave two miracles to Musa alayhi salam. One, when he put his hand, inside the, under the armpit, so it, shine like a moon. And when he put his stick on the floor, it turned into a snake, and a very big giant snake. And when he took the stick back, then it again transformed into the stick from snake. Okay, so Musa alayhi salam, فَأَرَاهُ الْآيَةَ الْكُبْرَى, and Musa alayhi salam showed him the great sign, the great two miracles to him to prove that I am a prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me these two miracles. فَكَذَّبَ, but he denied. What should happen? What he gonna do? Like he should surrender. Oh, you are the prophet of Allah, right? But this didn't happen. Quran is telling us this didn't happen. Rather than accepting that you are a prophet of Allah and Allah has sent this message to me, he become violent. He become more proud, and he denied Musa alayhi salam, and he disobeyed the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He disobeyed whatever Musa alayhi salam was saying. Then he turned his back toward the people around him. He was a king. He was in the palace. So the people who were around him, he turned his back toward him, and he started doing making plans against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He started striving against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَحَشَرَ فَنَادَى. And because Musa alayhi salam show him the stick and the hand shining like a moon. So he said, "Oh, this is a magic. So we should do one thing. We should gather so many people, and in a big crowd, you show this, and my magicians will show the same, and then we will see who is the winner." So فَحَشَرَ فَنَادَى. Then he gathered the people. فَنَادَى cried aloud. فَقَالَ أَنَا رَبُّكُمُ الْأَعْلَى. And he said, I am your Lord and I am the Most High. So, whose power will work at that day when everyone will gather? My power, because my magician will be, more powerful. فَأَخَذَهُ اللَّهُ نَكَالَ الْآخِرَةِ وَالْأُولَى. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seized him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him punish in akhirah, in akhirah at the day of Qiyamah, as wal ula mean, and in dunya as well, when he was living in the world, in the world, because he drowned in the sea. Everyone was watching. He was claiming that he's a lord, he's a king, and he was running in front of everyone, and all proud, drowned along with him. So this was the punishment in the dunya, in the world, and in akhirah, we will be suffering more and more. Inna fi dhalika la ibrata liman yakhsha. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Inna fi dhalika, and why we did this? We did this because we want to show other. Admonition means that someone, when see something, they get a quick lesson and they correct themselves rather than following the same path. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Quran as a symbol of a bad guy. So everyone, when listen about him, then saw us, read about him, so they will feel fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That if Allah can do this with him, Allah can do the same with us as well. So we should stop whatever we are doing. Okay, so is it clear? We did till here, I guess. Is it clear now? Mm. Mawin, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, Kamil, can you please revise the story and then we can move on to the new lesson? Kamil?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can you please revise the story so we can move on, inshallah?
Okay. It was just like the last
From Halataka Hadisu Musa.
okay.
From here. And
So
try
like
not to look into the notes. Just follow the translation and then inshallah start explaining it. And Mawin, you listen carefully. So when he's explaining, you will day by day come to know how to explain the ayats, okay?
okay, so from Halataka Hadisul Musa
Mm-hmm.
is like it's talking
And
about like
1 minute. Shamil, listen carefully because I will give you turn to explain it, okay? Yep.
okay.
Go ahead.
So this I was just saying like here comes to like the story of Moses is like telling you that like now it's a story.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Izan Nadahu Rabbuhu
Mm-hmm.
bi oh wadi wait
Bilwadil Muqaddasi Tuwa.
Muqaddasi Tua.
Mm-hmm.
So the translation just says when called him his Lord in the valley sacred of Toa.
Mm-hmm.
Um this means that
Did you revise before coming to class?
nope.
Because you didn't revise yesterday. So I feel like nobody revised. Hmm?
No. No.
You should. I was just reading it, so you were not even listening. I revised with her. Okay. Revise one. Open your notes. Marvin, you also have the notes, right?
Which notes?
on Google Classroom, the same thing which we did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you have it. Your Google Classroom is working, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the same file. Just go down and check.
I'll check
Tamil,
now.
share the screen and
Share the screen.
yeah, share. Let me stop sharing from here and then you can share yours. The translation part, the file. Okay. Okay, inshallah, read it quickly.
Okay. So when Prophet Musa was going back from Medina with his wife, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called out Prophet Musa at the
Okay,
valley.
1 minute. Let me ask Shamil to read it and you can explain it without looking, okay? So listen carefully when he's reading and then you and Maween inshallah participate explaining it, okay? So yes, Shamil, start reading quickly.
You want me to read this?
Yeah.
When Prophet Musa was going back to Medina
Loud.
When Prophet Musa was going back from Medina with his wife, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called out to Prophet Musa at the valley near Mountain Tur. And Prophet Musa got confused about where the voice is coming from. Then in the valley of Tawa, Allah told Prophet Musa alayhi salam, that I want to make you a prophet and I will give you a task and two big miracles. Miracles of Musa alayhi salam. Allah gave two big miracles to him. One, when he put his hand between his armpits, his hand shine like the moon. And two, when he drops his stick on the floor, it turned into a big snake. Musa then went to the palace to do his job. He told Prophet Musa that his job is to go to Pharaoh and give him a warning. He is crossing the boundaries and that I have made him. Allah told Musa alayhi salam to ask Pharaoh, do you want to purify yourself and do you want me to guide you to the straight path? Or so you will get fear of Allah in your heart while doing wrong things. When Musa alayhi salam went Pharaoh and showed him these two miracles and said to him, if you purify yourself, I will guide you to Allah and that you should fear him and it will make you stay away from sins. He disobeyed and denied and turned.
Okay. Come and move the screen, yeah.
His back against Allah and brought his people and shouted loud that I am your Lord and I am better than you. So Allah seized him and gave him two kinds of punishment. One he got before his death and one he would get at the day of Qiyamah, which would be forever. Punishments. One, he drowned in front of people. He tortured so they can see he is not Lord as he claimed. Two, he was drowning in front of Musa alayhi salam, who claimed to help him purify his heart and soul. Three, the people recovered his body after years and put chemicals on his body and made it into a mummy and saved in a museum.
Tamil, move.
Last punishment, number one, he would get the day of Qiyamah and will never be that will be forever. Two, the punishment will be more intense every other day and never ending. Three, he will see all people enjoying in Jannah who got tortured by him, make him too sad.
Okay. And the lesson of the story, Maween, you read the lesson of the story. Yeah.
Lesson of the story of Musa and Pharaoh. The lesson of the story of Musa is knowing the importance of having and putting your full trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is important to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always has a plan for us and putting your trust in Allah can make us overcome and any trial and test.
Hmm.
You should never take Allah's mercy for granted.
Hmm.
Do not ever say you are better than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can benefit us all in any situation we're in.
Very good. Okay, now close your screen and then open the Arabic. Okay, let me open the Arabic. Okay, then Kamil, now you explain, and Mahween and Shamil listen very carefully. Okay, so inshallah you will learn how to explain from next time. Yes.
Okay. Okay, so when he's coming back from Medina.
Mm-hmm. Madian, not
Oh,
Medina.
oh, I thought it was Medina.
No, it's Madian.
Okay. Um, at Madian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him, like they were like in like the Tua Valley,
Mm-hmm.
and then Allah like told him to go like talk to Pharaoh, and Allah gave him like two miracles. And the first miracle was like when he puts his hand like in the armpit, like it would shine
Mm-hmm.
like the moon, I'm pretty sure. And
Mm-hmm.
then number two, like when a stick drops, like when he drops the stick, it would
Mm-hmm.
turn into a big snake.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, he went to do his job.
Mm-hmm.
And then after when the Prophet Musa alayhi salam went to Pharaoh, he like he kind of like gave him a warning,
Mm-hmm.
and he told him that like you're doing this all wrong, you're going too far and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like after Allah like then this last time over here, Allah told him to ask for you that you purify yourself. So then he asked him to purify yourself, and that I will guide you to a straight path. So like you will like be scared from Allah and all that.
Mm-hmm.
While doing like wrong things, you'd be like scared.
Very good.
Yeah, and then after over here, he denied it. Like he just disobeyed everything. He didn't want to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he like turned his back against Allah, and then like just went against Allah. And then after he gathered people and then like started like yelling, screaming, saying like I am better than your Lord and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And after like Allah gave him two different types of punishments after that.
Mm-hmm.
Allah gave one that like he started drowning,
Mm-hmm.
and then he started drowning in front of Prophet Musa.
Mm-hmm.
And and then um and then people like put like acid, no, like it's like some sort of
What
like,
kind of punishment he will get in Akhirah?
oh, like after like the day of judgment, like on the day of Qiyamah,
Mm-hmm.
like it never ends, so he would get like infinite punishments that would never end. And then like all the people in Jannah
Mm-hmm.
will be enjoying, like all the people that like he tortured would be enjoying it, and then he would just be sad since like he'll be in hell seeing them
Very good.
enjoy everything.
And what is the lesson of the story? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling this story to us? This ayat is
That
explaining the
we should
second.
put our like we should
Mhm.
like all like be scared of Allah and like trust Allah with everything.
And what is the meaning of la ibratan? Why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make Quran ibrat, the symbol for us? Ibrat means admonition, means symbol. So Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made Quran as a symbol for all of us. Why? Because when we listen the story of Quran, then we start feeling fear that whatever he
Yeah.
was doing, we should not repeat. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the story we learned from this the Quran and Musa story. Maween, is it clear to you? Because why I'm asking again and again, because you joined a little late, so I just don't want that you feel it's hard. Okay. So if any line, anything you feel like I need to uh, you know, uh, uh, you didn't understand, just quickly ask me at the same time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, inshallah. So is it clear? Everything is clear to you?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So inshallah, let's start with a new lesson and try to read your, last lesson one time before coming to class from your notes. So it will save our time. We will do a quick review and then we can start reading our lesson. أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها. Hamza always used for question, so you can see here it's a question mark. Antum, are you? Ashaddu, shadid, more difficult. Okay, ashaddu. Whenever Hamza comes in the start and it give a superlative degree to something. Okay, ashaddu means more difficult. Khalaqa. We read this word in our Allah's name, Khaliq. Okay, Khaliq. الرحمن الرحيم الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر الخالق. Okay, خالق خالق. خلق means to create. Okay, خلقا. The root word is خالق. Okay, it's mean to create or sama, the heaven. Okay, banaha, ha means that, bana, construction. Okay, he constructed. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now giving us chance to ponder toward the signs, as we learn in Surah Naba, the signs Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created in the universe. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now asking us, after saying the story of Musa, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the Fir'aun was telling, Ana Rabbukumul Ala, I am the Lord. But now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, catching our mind, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want our focus toward the universe, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, are you thinking it is more difficult for me to create the skies? رفع سمكها فسواها. Rafa'a, he raised, Samkaha, its height, because when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the sky, so it never happened that a person is moving his head down because the sky is very, very low and its height is too long. No, it's never like that, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I not only created the asma, I not only created the sky. Heaven means the sky, okay, because heaven is on the sky, okay, so the heaven means over here sky, okay. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I not only created the sky, but I also adjust the height, that how much high it should be. He raised it high, and the height is very fasawaha, it's very perfect. Like nobody can say it's very down, or it should be little more up, or it should be little more down. It's the I have not only construct the I am the creator. I have constructed the heaven, the sky, and not only I construct, but I also adjust the height, and the height is very, very perfect. وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلَهَا. If you will see toward the now in the first ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if you see toward the sky, so you will feel how perfect I created this. And in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَأَغْطَشَ لَيْلَهَا. أَغْطَشَ, and he covers with darkness. Aghtasha means darkness, covering something with the darkness. Wow means end. Layl means night. Ha, it's Laylaha, it's night. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to think, don't you see that how I created the night, and how this night is covering all the darkness. When night comes, everything becomes dark. You cannot, if there is no light, you cannot even walk on the roads. It's very, very dark, right? And if sometimes if there is no moon or the stars, then it's more darker, right? So basically the little light we see is from moon, right, and from stars. But if there is no star, no moon, then it's all dark, right? If you are in the room at night and you do not turn on the light, then it is hard to see what is around you, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, how don't you notice how I created the night and it covers with darkness? And then suddenly, wow means and, akhraja means he brings out zuha. Zuha means daytime. Okay, zuha means noon. Okay, it's forenoon, like the the time around 10, 11, 12 in afternoon. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala suddenly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, don't you ever feel who is doing that? Suddenly everything in night covers with darkness, and when daytime comes, you can see I bring the daytime, and it's become noon, like everything is now bright. So don't you ever see when day comes and night comes that who is doing it? Every single day, day is coming, night is coming, then day is coming, then night is coming. So who is doing that? I'm doing that. وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَهَاهَا. Wow means again and. Ard means zameen, earth. Okay? Ard means the earth. Ba'ada, after. Dhalika, that. Dahaha, he spread it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in first ayat talk about the skies, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about night, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about day, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the earth. Did you ever notice how smoothly I spread the earth? Who is doing that? I am doing that. Akhraja, and not only spread the earth, but akhraja, he brought forth minha, therefrom, ma'aha, its water, wa mar'aha, and its pasture. Pasture means the eating stuff, okay? The food, the eatable things, okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I not only spread the earth, but can't you see? Akhraja means I take out the plants, trees, fruit, vegetables, so many things, right? From this, minha means from this earth. Ma'aha, and its water, and when someone gives water, wa mar'aha, and the pastures mean the animal which eat the grass, right? So it's all I created. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is again and again telling about what Allah created, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want all of us to feel it, like it's not happened suddenly. And you don't never ever think that there is no creator behind this. I am the creator. I created all this. Wal jibala, and the mountain. Arsaha, he has fixed them firmly. So you have learned this in Surah Naba as well, about like how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make the mountains so the earth do not, shake here and there. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again saying, and don't you see towards the mountain? He has fixed them firmly. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I have fixed those mountains firmly so the earth cannot move. Mata'al lakum waliyanamikum. And whatever I have created on the earth is a provision, it's beneficial not only for you, lakum, for you, waliyanamikum. An'am means Hamza Noon Ain Mim. An'am means cattle. An'am means animals, okay? The flock of animals, like so many animals together. An'am, there is one surah in Quran that is called Surah An'am, okay? So I created not only the land, but I created water. I created, the the eating stuff, okay, and you utilize all those things not only for yourself, but also for the cattle, also for the animals. فَإِذَا جَاءَتِ الطَّامَّةُ الْكُبْرَى. That first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling all the universe creation, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala suddenly changing a topic, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us it will not be forever. Whatever you are watching, the sky, the night, the day, the earth, the food, and the animals, the plants, the trees, whatever I have created, I am gonna tell you this will not be forever. فَإِذَا جَاءَتِ الطَّامَّةُ الْكُبْرَى. Form means what? Ida, when Ja'a comes. Tama means Kayama. Catastrophe. The thing which will bang, like the thing which will destroy everything. Kubra, it will be a big thing. Of course, the thing which is gonna come and the thing which will destroy the entire whole world will be dangerous, will be great, right? That must be a very big thing, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now telling us whatever I have created is not forever. You are not forever, me are. The creation, whatever I have created is not forever. The day will come when tama means a kayama, a day when everything will be finished, and that will be kubra. That will be very, very, very great and very, very big. Okay, now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is turning the talks toward the akhirah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is now telling us, يَوْمَ يَتَذَكَّرُ الْإِنسَانُ مَا سَعَى. And you know what kind of day it will be? What kind of day the Qiyamah will be? Yawm means day. Yatazakkaru means remember. Insan means human. So the Qiyamah day will be a day when a person will remember ma sa'a, what he strove for, what he sent for his akhirah. You know, most of the time we talk, do good deeds, don't do bad deeds, and send your good deeds toward akhirah. It will store there. So that day, a person will see that what I have stored for that day. Now, because the earth finished, the moon finished, the mountain finished, everything finished. Where the person will go, he will see that I am at the end day. I am at the it's a big day. It's a Tawmatul Kubra, a very big day, and that day every single person that day will remember. You know the what good I did. Do I have any good deeds in my hand? Because why? وَبُرِّزَتِ الْجَحِيمُ لِمَنْ يَرَى. And Burriza shall be made apparent in full view, Jahim, hellfire. Liman yara, for one who sees. Nowadays Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't give ability to our eyes that we can see the hellfire. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us the day when I will finish this world, that day apparently you will see the full view of the Jahim, full view of the hellfire. Because now we cannot see, we are only learning in the books, we are only learning from our parents, teachers, we are only learning in Quran. Oh, there is a hellfire, there is a Jahannam, there is a hellfire, there is Jahannam, right? But what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, you cannot see because you are seeing, this time you are watching mountain and earth and day and night and animals and plants and these kind of things. That's why you are not able to see the Jahannam. But Jahannam is right inside the earth, right inside the earth. If you go 7 earth down, basically the Jahannam is hidden there. That is why, remember, we learned when we were reading the Surah Naziat start, that when angels take the bad soul up and other angels do not open the gate, so they take it down and they do it very quick. So where they take it down? They take it down in the Jahim, and this Jahim, this Jahannam is in the bottom of the earth. And when the mountain will finish, when earth and moon and sky, when everything will finish, actually it will fall down in the in the sea, and there will be a big blast, and everything will become fire, and the sea will become fire. When the moon will fall down, when the when the when the stars will fall down, when everything will fall down, then what will happen? The there will be a big fire uh, in the in the sea, and that fire will become become more prominent, and it is basically the same Jahannam. It's a combination of all the things. Jahannam is a combination of all the things which created that fire, like moon, mountain, and everything. And the one who do not believe, they can see that day. فَأَمَّا مَنْ طَغَى. And for the person who was crossing the boundaries, who were transgressed, وآثر الحياة الدنيا, and preferred the life. Wow means and, Athar means preferred, Hayat means life, Dunya means world. We are watching so many people who prefer the life of this world. We are all watching that, oh, this person is enjoying, this person is doing that, this person is playing PS4, PS5, and lots of games, surfing on, enjoying the cell phones and social media and these kind of things. Everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that nowadays the person who preferred the life of this world, enjoying this world, that day, and he's enjoying the world, and he is transgressed all the boundaries, right? He is crossing all the boundaries which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said not to see. He is watching the thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said not to do, he's doing the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, don't waste your time, use your time wisely. He is wasting the time, like in playing and other wrong things. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that no worries. فَإِنَّ الْجَحِيمَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Then really hellfire, here is ma'wa, aboard, the place, the place where he will live. No problem if he is crossing all the boundaries, if he is busy in the worldly life, then no problem. What will happen? I will see him in the hellfire, and that will be his permanent place, because now the earth has finished. The moon, stars, everything, day, night, everything finished. The world is totally finished. Where he will go? He will go in the hellfire if he has no good deeds, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Ma'wa means that will be his permanent place. That will be his abode. Wa amma, but now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a little satisfaction to one. وَأَمَّا مَنْ خَافَ, but as for him who feared, مَقَامَ, standing, رَبِّهِ, before his Lord, وَنَهَى النَّفْسَ, and restrained himself, عَنِ الْهَوَى, from evil desires and lust. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, every single person will not be wrong, every single person will not be busy in the social media, in the games, watching TVs, movies, and wasting their time. There will be few people who always have fear. Remember what Musa alayhi salam was telling to Firaun. Musa alayhi salam was telling to Firaun, do you want me that I can assist you so you can have fear of Allah in your heart, right? Same thing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying here, that don't you think that there are people who feared thinking that day that they have to stand in front of me, and they restrained themselves, they stopped doing the wrong things. Whenever any evil come in front of their eyes, in front of their hands, and any evil or lust in which they enjoy, they always afraid, they always feel fear that no. If I will involve myself, if I will waste my time in these activities, if I will involve myself in social media, watching movies and doing wrong things, and the things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said not to do, if I will do those things, I have to stand one day in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then what I will say? فَإِنَّ الْجَنَّةَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was saying, فَإِنَّ الْجَحِيمَ هِيَ الْمَأْوَى. Those people, hellfire was the place, that was the permanent place to live for them. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, the one who will fear, that person will enter, and their final destination, their abode, their permanent place will be Jannah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically explaining two different categories of people. One who never care about the things and cross the boundaries, enjoy their worldly life, and their final destination will be Jahannam. And the one who feel afraid standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the day of Qiyamah, and they all the things come in front of them, but they try to stay away from all the evils, all the lust, just because fear of Allah. So just they have fear of Allah in their heart. That's why they stay away from all type of evils. They try to make themselves, you know, think that no, one day I have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have to answer Allah. So many times when we are reading tajweed in Quran, most of the time I use this word, right? One day we have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Allah will ask questions, right? So they feel fear in their heart. No, I cannot do any kind of sin. Allah is watching me, and then Allah will ask me at the day of Qiyamah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving a good news to all those people that your final destination will be in Jannah, because you were having fear in your heart and you were trying to stay away from all the evil desires. But the one who were not stopping their themselves, and they were crossing all the boundaries, and they were spending life by their choice. Okay, no problem. These are the very little, desires and lust and enjoyment. Do it when you are thinking nobody will catch you. No, when the world will finish, the Qiyamah will come, I'm gonna catch you, and then I'll put you in a hellfire, and that hellfire will be a permanent place for you. Nobody will come to save you. And the one who feel fear to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their final destination will be done. Okay, so is it clear to all of you? Hmm?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Kamil, Shamil, Zara?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I want you to explain back to me, so inshallah I can understand that you got it. Okay, so let's start with Kamil from here till here. Okay, Kamil, and other, please listen very carefully, then I will give you chance to explain it. Yes. Yes, Kamil.
Okay. So this ayah right here is talking about
Yeah.
like
So, always relate your explanation along with the ayah. Like when you were explaining before, you explained the miracle, but the miracle was coming in the ayah next. Okay, so always read the ayah or the translation and then try to explain it. Okay, so this will be your habit. Like whatever ayah is saying, you will explain the same thing. Okay,
okay. Wait, I have one question for this ayah.
yeah.
What point of view is this talking from? Like who's the one like saying this?
Sorry again.
Who's the one like saying this again?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us chance to think like how Allah created all these things. So the atheist, they think like there is no creator. So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining that no, don't ever think that it's suddenly happened. I am the creator behind creating this. So Allah is explaining himself that I am a creator and I created all these things. And then in the next ayah, first he explained that I created this. Then in next ayah, Allah created, but this is not permanent. One day it's gonna finish. Qiyamah will come. And then he explained two type of people. The one who will go in Jannah, or the one who will go in Jahannam. This is the summary, whatever we did today. Okay. So yes, inshallah, start.
Okay. Uh
أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها.
أأنتم أشد خلقا أم السماء بناها.
Hmm.
This ayah talking about that like that basically like what's that like how difficult is like Jannah to make, like heaven is to make.
Allah is asking this question from
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
do you
Allah is
think
like
is it difficult for me to create it? Of course not. It's not hard for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to create this, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically want us to think about it, because people will remember asking question how we were reborn, how we will wake up again once we will die. So Allah is saying, if I can create the sky without pillars, so do you think it is hard for me to create you one more time when you will die? No, 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 it's not hard for me. So basically Allah is asking question from all of us. So Allah is asking question that if this creation is easy, creating a sky is easy, so don't ever think that when once you will die, I will make you reborn. You will reborn. I will do it. It's not hard for me. Okay. So basically, Allah is asking this question from us.
Because Allah is asking us that what is more difficult to make, you or like everything around or heaven,
Mm-hmm.
and like and nothing is really hard for Allah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next ayah, wafa samkaha fasawaha.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about like so like how Allah raised like the height of, I'm pretty sure it's talking about Jannah over here too. Like
No, 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 the skies.
oh yeah, the
Because it's
skies.
connecting. Okay, so Allah is saying, I not only created the sky, but also I adjust the height and the how perfect it is. It's not up and down from different places. Like it's very smooth. I know how to adjust the height, and I know how to make it perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so Allah like adjusted the height of the sky and like made it perfect, like it wouldn't move from anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The next ayah, wa aktasha laylaha wa akhraja duhaha. It's not
Mm-hmm.
talking about that. And when it's night, he covers it with darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, and then like when it's like in the morning time, it goes back to normal.
Mm.
Wa al arda ba'da zalika wahaha
Dahaha.
dahaha.
Mm-hmm. He spread the earth after that. I cannot
Yeah,
hear you. Yeah.
yeah. So
Hmm?
I don't know how to explain this one.
وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا, the earth, and dahaha means spread. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us? That I spread the
Earth.
earth, and earth, it's very equal. Like it's not hard for me to create this earth, and this is very, very equal. And I not only created the earth, but I also did read next part what he created.
Okay. Akhraja minha ma'aha wa mar'aha. So talking about that, like Allah like made like water in the earth and like all of like the land and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Allah like spread it. Or,
Yeah, and
Allah,
also the eating stuff. Okay. Yeah. Pasture means the eating stuff. Like it's not only the earth do not only have water, but also the eating stuff. Okay. And
wa al jibala arsala, and the mountains, and like Allah had like He has fixed them firmly, like kind of how before, like in like the before ayahs it said how the mountains are pegs
mm-hmm.
because they're there to like keep
And
the
you
earth
can give the
stable.
reference like in Surah Naba, Allah explained this way, and in Surah Naziat, Allah is explaining this way.
What surah was that on that
Surah
it talked
Naba,
about?
Surah
So in
Naba.
Surah Naba, as it said, relating to this, how the mountains are pegs and stuff that they keep the earth
Mhm.
stable.
And then in Surah Naziat, again, Allah is saying how firmly I created the mountain, right? And then
Yeah.
mata'allakum.
And
Mata'allakum waliyanamikum.
mata mata allakum wali anamikum.
Hmm? Allah created
And
the earth and
and Allah created earth and
We get the benefit from this earth, right?
Yeah.
What kind of benefit we get from the earth?
Like,
Benefit for us, benefit for animals, right? Everyone is enjoying, right? Everyone is living, everyone is eating, everyone is the animals as well as we, right?
yeah.
Then
And then فَإِذَا جَاءَتِ الطَّامَّةُ الْكُبْرَى.
mhm. Then in this ayah, what Allah is saying? Allah is saying that everything, whatever I'm explaining you about the universe is not permanent, right? It will finish one day. What's gonna happen?
Everything's gonna
First
die.
read the translation.
But when comes the catastrophe greatest?
So what is catastrophe?
I don't know.
Qiyamah. Carmen, were you listening when I was telling that you were totally blank? And what happened when Qiyamah will come? Marvin, can you explain what happened when Qiyamah will come?
Everything will disappear.
Very good. From read from here and then read the translation and then try to explain.
Okay. يوم يوم يتذكر
إنسان ما سعى
الإنسان
ما
ما سعى.
yeah. First read the translation.
The day when man shall remember what he strove for.
What does it mean?
So
Explain it.
men will like remember what they strove for, and
Like what he has sent forward, like what he has collected, like what good deeds, what bad deeds. Okay.
okay.
Okay. And then
وبرزت الجحيم
يقيم لمن يرى
لمن
لمن يرى.
يرى. Yeah. And hellfire shall be made apparent in full view for one who sees.
What does it mean?
So it means like hellfire will apparent, like the people will see hellfire in a full view. And
Why we cannot see the hellfire in full view now? Now,
because
yeah.
because Allah didn't let us see it right now.
This is one explanation. Allah didn't allow us, like Allah didn't give this ability that we can see the hellfire. And number two,
Number two is because we're not done like the test.
no. Keep remember, the hellfire is basically inside the earth. Okay, it's hidden inside the earth. Like seven, if you go seven earth down, hellfire is basically hidden there. And when it will come out, when it will be in full view, when you are able to see the full view, when moon and mountains and earth and stars, everything will fall down and finish, and it will be a big blast, and it will be a big fire, because of course the moon is falling down, the 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 sun is going into the sea. So when it strikes the sea, it will be a big fire, and that big fire will become more and more and more, because mountains are going inside, then earth, then moon, then star. So it will be a very big fire, and that big fire will be basically Jahannam. Okay, because earth will finish and Jahannam is already there, but we cannot see. It's inside the earth, and it will come out at that day. Okay, and the one who cannot see can see that Jahim, that hellfire. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Next. فأما من طغى
وأما من طغى
فآثر الحياة الدنيا فإن الجحيم هي المأوى. You can connect all three together. فأما من طغى. Okay, Kamil, you can start writing the first the all the ayats which you explained.
فأما من طغى وآثر الحياة
حياة
الدنيا
الدنيا. فإن الجحيم هي المأوى. Now read the translation so you can able to explain by yourself. Yeah.
Then as for him who transgressed all bounds and preferred the life of the world,
Then Muraya.
فإن
No. The English.
then verily hellfire it will be his abode.
What does it mean? Like now connect all three ayats for explanation.
So in the first one it'll tell it's telling that like he Allah subhanahu wa
Anyone,
ta'ala
the one who do not follow the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, do not hear the rules of commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
of
and instead of following the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what they start doing?
the opposite.
They preferred the life of this world. What they do?
Like they would not they don't trust in Allah, and they would just for example what Pharaoh did, he tried to he tried
In simple
he
words, you
said
can say they waste their time playing games, doing wrong things, watching TV, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this is my boundary, do not cross it, don't do that. They are doing all those stuffs, okay? All those haram stuff, all those bad stuff, because they want to enjoy the worldly life, right? So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give, what kind of news Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving to them? That
then barely they'll go in hellfire
and hellfire will be their
abode.
abode means permanent destination, because they will stay there forever, because they were not ready to listen Allah. They were enjoying their worldly life. They preferred the life the way they are spending. They don't want to listen Quran. They don't want to read Quran. They don't want to know about the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not leave them at the day of Qiyamah. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do with them?
Will keep them in hellfire forever.
Yes. And wa amma, and now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling about the second kind of people. وأما من خاف مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى فإن الجنة هي المأوى. Now read the translation so you will get an idea of what Allah.
As for him who feared standing before his Lord and restrained himself from evil desires, lust, then verily paradise it will be his abode.
What does it mean?
It means that like him who feared standing in front of Allah will restrain himself from evil desires.
They try to stop themselves whenever evil come in front of them. Like
Yes.
they do not involve themselves in all the evils, but they feel fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That Allah will ask question why you involve yourself in those kind of evil. So what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving, what kind of good news Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving to them?
That they'll be living in paradise forever.
They will stay in paradise forever, because dunya is finished. The world is finished. Now it's akhirah. Okay? And in akhirah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make two categories. Basically, they are saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in akhirah make two categories. The one who are going in Jahannam, and Jahannam will be the permanent place. Ma'wa means permanent place. Bar means permanent place. So their permanent place will be Jahannam, because they prefer the life of this world. They prefer not to follow the rules of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So of course they will go in Jahannam, and they will stay there forever. But the one who fear with Allah, and then they stop themselves doing wrong things, where they will go?
In Jannah.
In Jannah, and they will stay there forever. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, so whose turn? Zara, can you explain this ayah? These two. What you get from what you learn from these two ayahs?
Hmm?
Yeah, what you learn from these two ayahs? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about which kind of people in these two ayahs?
That all the bad people in the world will go to hellfire where they'll be because of their evil desires and lust.
Mhm. The people who prefer the life of the world and they do not follow the boundaries of, they do not maintain the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will be in where they will go?
Hellfire.
Hellfire. And that hellfire will be their temporary place or a permanent one?
Hmm?
Where
Uh,
how long they will stay there?
Permanently?
It's a permanent place because they enjoy their worldly life. They never care about the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, no problem. Enjoy your life, enjoy your friends, enjoy your social media, enjoy everything. In the end you will be going hellfire and that will be a permanent place. Okay? But on the other hand, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying to other people, other category,
Those who fear him and
fear. What kind of fear they have?
hmm,
What kind of fear they
standing,
have? Huh?
standing
Standing where?
in front of him.
Standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they feel like Allah will ask questions about right or wrong. So they, whenever this feeling come in their heart that, oh, one day I have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he will ask question about right or wrong. So they stop whatever evil comes in front of them. They stop themselves not involved in those wrong things which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks not to do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving them good news where they will go?
Paradise.
Paradise. And this paradise will be a temporary place or a permanent place for them?
Permanent.
Permanent place for them. Alhamdulillah. Kamil, the same. Shamil, the same thing.
Okay. Like from where?
From here, from Mamantaga.
فَأَمَّا مَنْ طَغَى. Then as for him who transgressed all bounds.
Just explain it in your words. No need to read.
Um,
Hmm?
I'm not sure.
You were not listening then, huh? Yes or no?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Playing?
No.
Then?
Doing other work.
Huh?
Doing other work.
What kind of work?
School work.
Kamil, did you write anything? I'm stopping my screen, so just share yours.
Okay, I have another question.
Yeah.
What surah said that Allah made the pegs again as like the mountains? What surah
Surah
was that?
Naba. Surah Naba. So inshallah, all of you, please open this Google Classroom file. And inshallah, Zara, the ayah you explain, and Mawin, the ayah you explain, just write it. Open the same file, so inshallah I can see that. Because there are only two stories. Like one is about the universe, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything. Number two, how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will destroy. and Jahannam will come, and then what's gonna happen with the good people and with the bad people. Okay. So Zara, quickly open, and Mahween, you both can do the same. Zara, you have this file, right?
The Google Doc or the para?
No, the Google file, the one which Kamil is doing.
I don't.
Okay,
I
can you
think
write
I
your
have
email
it, but I don't have any way to open it.
Okay, give your email address in the chat so Shamil can add you. But I think you will be added, like Farah created the file, I guess. Okay, write your email in the chat. Okay, so let me read the dua. So inshallah, at least we can finish, and then inshallah, after dua, stay and writing is finish the writing stuff. Okay, Subhanallahi wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallah wa bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
Nashhadu an la ilaha
لا
illa
إله إلا
anta.
أنت
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun.
Salamun al muslimin.
بك بالعزة عما
Wa
يصفون
amazing.
Wa salamun alal mursaleen. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Salamun al muslimin. Alhamdulillah.
الحمد
Rabbil
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
alamin. Wa alaikum
Okay,
assalam.
so Zara, sorry, Kamil, Zara shared her email address. Inshallah, add her in the file. And Marvin, you also open your files. Inshallah, we can see you are able to open or not.
Simon, I tried opening the Surah Naba thingy, but it's not letting me in. It says access denied.
Okay,
Last time I
write your
tried.
email address again. Write your email address again. So Kamil can add you.
Okay, let me just one sec.
Zara, you got it?
I'm pretty sure.